Alright, we're back to NieR Automata. Yeah, I took like a day off of recording, so I'm not exactly sure what I'm doing. Let's see. Alright, the tower. Okay. That is right. Go to the camp resistance camper. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if I can view the novels as 9S. I kind of want to read that second one. I hope there's no third. But we'll see. We will see indeed. Alright. I love that electrical spear. Yeah, we can. Our Pearl Harbor Descent of Personal Record Part 2. Let's go. That's kind of disjointed, but whatever. According to the Yorha team, there's an enemy server beneath Mount Kala. If we can take it out, we might finally gain some ground in this endless war. But in order for that to happen, we need to work together. After a bit of thought, Rose decides to throw in with the new models. It's a relationship that changes as time goes on. What are you doing, Dahlia? Just showing this idiot how weak she is, replies a winded Dahlia. Ha, wheezes her opponent, number 16. You're obviously outmatched. The two of them are taking turns hitting each other. It seems friendly enough as those things go. Plus, they've been doing it for so long that both of them are out of energy. They likely couldn't punch through a piece of paper at this point. The rest of the group stares at the combatants and tries not to grin. Dahlia and number 16 seem to butt heads over the smallest little things. Maybe it's because they're so much alike. It's almost annoying how quickly muscleheads learn to like one another. The rest of us converse as Dahlia and 16 continue to spar. We call each other by names that I gave us, explains Rose. I see, responds number 4. I thought it strange that you didn't use code numbers. She nods while she speaks, as though this all makes perfect sense. Suddenly, Captain Rose breaks out into a wide grin. You know what? She says. I think we should give all of you names as well. No, says number 2. It would be a waste. Rose eyes her warily. A waste? You could name me when the mission is over, she replies, as a blush rises in her cheeks. I could tell her words served as a wish for success. Alright, responds Rose. I'll think of a name for you by then. She knows this is a fleeting promise, as most such things are, but it doesn't matter. Already, I can see us growing closer to the Yorha team. Well, my friends are growing closer to them at least. They're all being careless, I state, much louder than I intend. Luckily, the others don't hear or decide to ignore him. Don't get me wrong, I'm not about to go against the captain's judgment. That doesn't mean I'm ready to just lie down and trust our new friends. Sorry, kind of eat the mic there, huh? I think I'm good though. Ours is a solitary existence that has long since been abandoned by the moon. No matter how they cried, mourned, or struggled, the voices of our departed comrades went unanswered. So how can you trust an entire squad of new models that you just met? Just adjust it again. Okay. What's wrong, Anatomy? I hear Lily calling to me. She's likely concerned about me being apart from the rest of the group. Nothing, I begin. Before I can complete my thought, Lily suddenly opens her mouth and emits a terrible scream. Ah! Lily's scream echoes throughout the entire camp. It's heartbreaking. It's agony. It's horrible. She's infected, screams Rose. Lily's infected. We all draw weapons out of instinct as much as anything else, pointing them at our comrade as she continues to scream and scream and scream. We all know what's happening. We've seen it before. It's a logic virus, a machine weapon that hijacks android systems and overwrites their data. And since there's no known cure, it's also a death sentence. I need to show her mercy. I need to set her free. My finger rests on the trigger, yet I hesitate, and before I can make that final fateful decision, I hear a voice rise up from somewhere behind me. Stop. You can't do this. You can't just let your friend die. It's number 2. It's number 21. The girl I thought to be cool and composed beyond all measure was now pleading with me to spare Lily's life. What do I do? What the hell do I do? Lily said you were like a family to her. You can't abandon family, not before you exhaust every possibility. What can you do then? Use my power to erase the virus. That's impossible. Rose sped out what we were all thinking, but before we can act, Lily starts to send nearby comrades flying with impossible strength. I've seen infected androids before. I know how much damage they can do once the virus turns off their limiters. They'll fight and fight until they're utterly destroyed. Dahlia and number 16 rush into the fray, trying to suppress their former friend, but she swats them away like flies. How many of us have been affected now? How many friends have I been forced to put down? The heart I'm not supposed to have aches with the thought. It aches as I remember all the identification numbers that have been retired. When did I start giving them names? When did I decide I simply couldn't endure it any longer? Initiating reprogramming sequence. That voice, number 21? She's screaming something about reprogramming? I don't know what to do. I'm lost. As my vision slowly clears, I see number 21 inputting commands into her terminal while number 2 and number 4 hold her down. They hold her down and she rises in. Rose stares at me with surprise. Oh no, I'm holding Lily too. Is it part 3? Okay. 14th Machine War, Pearl Harbor Descent. The name of the mission entrusted to the Yorha soldiers. Was there ever such furious gunfire, such bombings that continued without pause? Our target is machine server under Mount Hala. Our situation is dire. We need reinforcement, requesting deployment at once. Number 2 speaks quickly yet calmly, which is all the more remarkable considering the hostile army closing in on our position. But the command center in the orbiting satellite informs us no reinforcements will be forthcoming. We are the abandoned. We are alone. It's so easy to do from up here, from the satellite, from the moon. I'll do whatever is necessary, says Lily with a grim smile. Dahlia and Margaret quickly nod in agreement, as does number 16. They decided to join the rear guard, staying behind to be our shield, even though it comes at the cost of their own lives. Regardless, they all agreed without hesitation. For we in the vanguard will be joining them in death soon enough. Without another word, we turn our backs and on each other and take our positions. We know it's the end. Dahlia and the others will buy us time to reach the gate at College Peak. Beyond that lies an elevator, and beyond that is the server. If we can destroy it, we'll deal a devastating blow to machine life forms throughout the Pacific region. As I notice number 21 scowling at the elevator, I start to have a bad feeling about the final stage of our mission. Go on, she says. I've got this. We crowd into the elevator as she begins hacking the terminal. She doesn't need to tell us it's happening. It's clear that the elevator won't descend all the way to the server unless someone stays behind to control it. Enemies incoming. They're almost on us. As I speak, I suddenly find myself leaping from the elevator and taking up a position at number 21's side, almost if my body is out of my control. Something is wrong, something. I'll be back, number 21, I cry. The rest of you take out that server. Doors closing, my friends. The last thing I see is the face of my captain, Rose. She looks concerned, but then the door is shut and she is no more. That was the last time I ever saw them. But it's alright. I'm gonna finish this one way or the other. The only sounds we hear are distant explosions and the rasp of number 21's breathing. Thank you, she whispers, for staying with me. I look at her eyes and see the telltale red of a logic virus infection. I was right after all. I sigh softly as I draw my weapon. I've seen comrades infected before. That's why I couldn't leave her to die alone. The vaccine she gave Lily is already ineffective. The enemy has evolved. They studied number 21's patterns and developed new resistance. No one can save her now. When the elevator reaches the server, begins number 21 weakly. Then I'll give you peace, I reply. The elevator moves ever lower, creating a countdown at number 21's life. How much time has passed? How much can possibly be left? Too long to wait, yet not long enough for regret. A massive explosion echoes into the distance as the hallway slowly shakes. It's the final act of Lily and the others in the rear guard. They just overloaded their own fusion reactors. The sound of our comrades' demise slowly fades from our ears. As it does, number 21 reaches up and slowly removes her goggles. I'm glad I got to meet you, she says. Her eyes are so red, but not completely. There's still a little of herself left. And while it is, don't worry, I say. I'll be with you soon. She smiles as my words reach her ears. As soon as the elevator touches down, I fire a bullet into number 21's brain. I watch the thing that used to be her tumble into the ground. I stare at the gun I hold in trembling hands. I press it to my temple. This long is all. I swore on my meaningless existence. All of it will finally be over. Unforgivable. 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 Your comrades sacrifice themselves and fight to the last breath. They feel suffering, they feel sadness, they feel pain and terror. Yet you would surrender now? Unforgivable. The voice is a battlefield curse, telling those who survive to see their mission through no matter what. There's another me crying out. I scream at the top of my lungs and race down the hall. I'll show you. If you're gonna push me, I'll show you. You'll only be satisfied if it ends with more killing. I leap into the fray with weapons in both hands. Here I am. Here I am! Kill me! As I scream, an explosion suddenly rises up and sweeps everything away. A soft wind touches my cheek. I smell fire. I smell ash. The explosion of the server room was powerful enough to take out Mount Kala itself, reducing the once proud summon into a smoking crater. The machines immediately dropped to the ground and stopped moving. I look out over the scorched earth. Lily, number 16, Rose, number 2, are any of you? I am the only one left. The only one. I was alive because I had been afraid to die. I began to giggle. It's a mad thing, crazed even to my own ears. I'll join you soon. You promised to join her soon. How could I have said such a vain, laughable words, such lies? I laugh, I stand in the smoke and the flame and laugh until I think my very throat will tear itself in two. I blink. Daylight drifts through the smoke. I've been standing here all night. My laughter finally depleted, I forced myself to my feet. I'm the coward who stayed behind, the coward who lived. Now it's my job to carry on the will of those who fought at my side. Since I can't kill myself, I have to fight until someone does it for me. I'll endure every hardship. I'll kill every machine I find. This is my cross to bear. I walk slowly into the west, dragging my broken body along. Fuck, man. That's heavy. That's really heavy. I think I'll put this into a separate part. So, whether this is sprinkled in with the next episode or they're individual. See you later.
Performance at regular intervals appreciated.